Good morning, everybody. My name's Kimberly. Welcome to my day. It's Monday, and I've just worked out that it's the first Monday in 17 years that I haven't had to go to work. Working for somebody else, that is. Back working for myself. And my voice is cracking up. It's early morning. It's just about 7:50 or something like that. And if you've been following along, you'll know that we had a few challenges yesterday getting the exhaust off the Harpy, my 120 Prado, and we had to go and buy a great expensive reciprocating saw. Anyway, at least we'll have that from now on. Oh, hello, Mr. Huntsman. How are you this morning? You look like you're not moving. I think it might be too cold for the Mr. Huntsman. Anyway, enough about the spider. We had to get a saw to get the exhaust off. So today there are 2 jobs I have to do. At least 2 jobs. I have to finish that exhaust. What has me a little concerned is the way that the nuts were welded on and only the bolts were accessible and they were at the top has me concerned about whether the engine pipe is the same. Getting to the bolts at the top of the engine pipe would be rather difficult, so I'm going to get a light in there today and have a look and make sure that those nuts are not welded on. It's going to be a pain if they are. So we'll go and check that out first, so that we know what we're in for. I'm going to have breakfast first. I haven't even had breakfast. I just did a little bit of computer work, uploading the last video, and then once I've worked out where we stand, I'll go into town and see if I can get or order the crankshaft seal, the front main seal as it's called. That is the seal that's leaking. That's the seal that's going to present me with a few days of challenges of getting it replaced, I think. Excuse me. But it's something I have to do. So we'll go in first of all and see if we can get hold of a seal. That will be the main job for this morning. Anyway, I'm going to go have some breakfast now and I'll come back and we'll take a look at things in the shed. Okay, it's time to go and see if we can get the spare parts we need. We may not be able to get them. We may have to wait a day or 2. So let's go get that done first and come back and see what else we can do. I lost my glasses last week and I've got new ones coming, but they're not here yet. Not expecting to be able to exchange this automatic transmission kit, because I have opened it and that will be an issue, but I'm hoping to be able to get the correct one, shall we say. Let's see what happens. $370 for I think 10 litres of engine oil, the front main seal, which was in the catalogue as crankshaft timing seal. Interesting. What else did we get? Harmonic balancer puller, some primer and some black paint to do the underbody panels with, and the automatic transmission filter kit, which they would have returned if I had the receipt for the previous one, and I do have the receipt at home, but I think I'll just put it on eBay and sell it there. Anyway, $370, and this morning I spent $1,100 on an ADS-B system for my aircraft. Never stops, does it? Anyway, that's the reality. Anyway, it's a way for other aircraft that are fitted with ADS-B in to know my location, so hopefully that prevents them colliding with me. Unfortunately, it's really difficult to find an ADS-B in that's affordable and light enough to go in a glider, but we can do ADS-B out. And the Australian Civilian Aviation Safety Authority, CASA, is doing a rebate, so I think I get about 700 of that back once I get the thing installed. And I've got till the end of May to get that installed, so just another job to do, right? Anyway, we're good. We've got what we need, I think, to do the jobs on Harpy. And as I said, we'll get back home and we'll take a look at that exhaust system, the engine pipe in particular, and make sure that we've got the ability to undo the the nuts which are on the bottom and accessible from the bottom quite easily, because I don't want to be trying to undo the bolts from the top. Okay, we are back from the shop. We've got the oil and a few other items in the car. We'll go over to the shed and have a look at this exhaust pipe. Now, let's talk about these. This is the head torch that I use when I'm on tour. Has adjustable beam, costs a few dollars on eBay, takes AAA batteries, doesn't have that big heavy battery on the back of your head. I like them. I just carry a stack of AAA batteries, and these are essential for camping with us because we don't actually provide a heap of light. The reason behind that is we want you to be able to experience the dark skies of Central Australia, and we put a whole heap of floodlights up in the campsite. You can't experience that, so it's really important you bring a head torch. I'm going to use this head torch and my other glasses to have a look at these nuts on the flange of the exhaust. I'm going to look at the bolts first from the top, and I'm going to hope that that's not what I have to undo. I hope the nuts aren't welded. Let me have a look what I can see. I can see very little. I actually can see very little. That doesn't make sense to me, what I can see. Do I need a ladder? I don't know what I'm looking at there. Let's come in from the bottom. And let's hope those nuts can be undone. Lots of lanolin everywhere because I sprayed it everywhere. Oh yes, they can be undone. Beautiful. That's what we wanted to know. So that engine pipe should be able to come off, especially after it's been soaking in lanolin for a while. I think we should remove that automatic transmission dipstick before we bend it. Here's the Autotrans, if you ever wanted to see the underside of an Autotrans. We've got to fit the filter to that today. And then put the gasket on, the tray on with the gasket on it. So we've got a couple of jobs to do this morning. I think we will tackle the automatic transmission first. Okay, so here is the part, or parts, the kit I should say. Comes with instructions, which is handy. Band adjustments. I don't reckon I'm going to be doing band adjustments. But it does have some good advice here. Note the oil type is critical to the transmission and only use the correct designation. So we have got the oil over here ready to go, or the fluid I would call it. That is the right filter by the look of it. So that's the one we're going to fit. So there's the right part number for the filter. See if I can find a part number for the kit and we'll store those away. There it is, GFS 435. So, very good. You'll notice we've got a gasket here and we've got gaskets on the back of the filter as well. Cork ones. Originally these would have been just bonded with goo. Speaking of goo, we best go get some. New goo over old goo. Okay, so the other thing you'll notice in here, there are 3 magnets. They would be covered in metal if the automatic transmission was starting to wear. They aren't, which is good news. There is 3 of them. I'm just going to put them aside for a second while I wipe all this out. We don't want any of that in there. When we fill it up with fluid, that would be a disaster. We'll wipe all that out. Oops, be careful not to get anything in the dipstick tube. Clean all that out. A little bit in there, might need a new cloth. You've got an air compressor, and obviously you can blow it out. Okay, we put our 3 magnets back in. Okay, still a bit of stuff in there. Now, the reason the aftermarket parts manufacturer gives you a gasket and the original didn't have a gasket is because he's allowing you to get it wrong. He's allowing you to bend this or warp this tray a little tiny bit, which can happen. Now, if you're super confident you haven't warped it, well, don't fit the gasket, but I would, and I will. And we've got to make sure the gasket is the right way around. There's about an umpteen ways it can go, and it still doesn't look right. Okay, let's try it this way. That looks closer. There we go. It's really important you try that out before you put the goo on. All of you that were worried that I covered up the holes. Right, now, see if we can get our gasket on here without making too much of a mess. I guarantee we'll be successful at that, but we'll try. One hole that's not open. Fix that up. The rest don't look too bad. Of course, it's important that the holes in the gasket line up with the holes in the something, the tray, and it's important that we kind of get it nice and squashed down before we bolt it on. So we're going to let that partially dry so that we don't lose the gasket or get the gasket going crooked when we try to bolt it on. So it's important that we get it bonded down. Alright, we'll clean up a little bit. Little bits that are on the inside here. They will be fine there, but I'm going to clean them up. Okay. So there you go, that's the gasket on. We'll let it cure for a bit. And what will we tackle next? Make sure I put my knife back here. I haven't put my knife back. Where did I put that? Make sure I don't lose my kitchen knife from my 4-wheel drive kitchen. Go there. Tray can fold up. A little table here in the back of the 4-wheel drive. Right. Shut you. Alright, what's next? I'm going to take this coat off because it's now hot. And we'll have a go at fitting the rubbers for the exhaust. There they are, along with some other bits and pieces. Alright, so how many of them have we got? And are they all the same or are they different? Oh, of course they are different, wouldn't you know? So, yep, I happen to know from paying attention that this one goes on the rear here. Right on the end of the tailpipe. So, let me just get under the car and have a look. If I take this coat off. Where were we there? You see they've got a double tube there? So that's where the double one goes. I really should put some lanolin, more lanolin on there to make it slip on more easily. But I think it's going to go on. Okay. There goes the door of the shed. Okay, it's not on yet, not fully. It's on fully now. So that's the one for the tailpipe, this end of the tailpipe. I'll take my coat off and we'll look for the other one. Alright, here's our tailpipe. Where's my lanolin? There's my lanolin. Grab that, take it out on the grass. I'm just going to spray a bit of lanolin on this this mounting rod here. Interesting. Very different to the original, isn't it? Very different to the original. Okay, so here's the intermediate pipe with the two mounting points. And it goes up over the rear differential. So, actually I need to bring it out on the grass first, don't I? Although it's still going to drip everywhere. I'll put some lanolin on it. Lanolin is incredibly useful stuff. You should carry some if you're going bush. I use it for seeding tyre beads and everything else. And it's got better anti-corrosive properties than almost anything. Alright, so, I need another one of these. I'm just going to poke a hole in it if I can find the tool that I used, just because it'll be a bit easier to slip on. Okay, so there's our mounting point. And that's on, so that's two now. So we should be able to bring the pipe in. Can only go one way. get it close until I get it on this rubber mount. Okay folks, you think everything's straightforward and it isn't. I had to get a longer extension so that I can do the engine pipe on the car, thanks to Graham, who comes and works here on this property. He helped me out. But the issue I got now is this port here for the pyrometer. So here's my pyrometer here. Is I don't know, 3/4 BSP or something. So doesn't fit, does it? So I'll have to take this into town. Oh, that's going to fall on the ground. I have to take this engine pipe into town and get the right fitting. Okay, let's get ready. We got filter, we got a light, we got impact with a 10mm on it. So I'll put the filter on first. Okay, we do have to remember how this all goes together now. So there's the ports. There's my light. So it goes that way. The longest bolt. Gotta find the longest bolt. Just that one. The longest bolt goes in this spot here. Which is right there. So just do enough a tad. If I can hold it steady enough to do that for a second. I can't really get both arms under here properly, but we'll try. I'll tip you up like that, maybe you can see a little bit better. So, 2 short bolts back here, 2 long ones here. I'm not going to do those up with an impact, I'm going to come back with the smallest ratchet. On this side, no, that's all. Can I do this by myself? I have to. No, no. Trying to see the dipstick tube. Dipstick tube on first. Let's see. Not simple at all, but there we go. Let's see if we can get at least one bolt in. Not quite. Okay, no idea what happened to my automatic transmission funnel, but I've improvised one out of a bottle here. Luckily these things come with a pour spout. So again, this is the Penrite product. This actually exceeds the requirements of this automatic transmission. This one suits the later model transmission. This is a E340 or something transmission. But anyway, as you can probably see on the label there, it says it suits those that require Dexron 4, like the GM for instance. And this one requires 4. But also suits the Toyota WS, and the Toyota WS is a later version of this transmission, if you like, or the later transmission in this particular model car. Takes 10 to 12 litres from a dry fill. I've got 12 litres exactly. So we'll see how we go. We'll put about 9.5 in, see what happens. Alright, I have spilled a little bit, but I've put 9 to 10 litres in there roughly. Yeah, about 9 and a bit I think. And the dipstick is showing over full, which I would expect because the car hasn't run. Put the manual away here. Once we run it a bit, it should be fine. I think that extension is way too long. I got the long one thinking it was further up there than it is. But I think I'm going to need to... I think I'm going to need the long socket I said, but I don't know. I won't, I don't think. That one's a bit tight. Did we get it or did we round it off? We might have rounded it, I think. I think we rounded that one. Okay, it is 3:15. I have managed to get 2 of the nuts holding the engine pipe off. And the third one has rounded to the point that I will not be able to get it off unless I want to burn it off or chisel it off. And, well, not today is my answer. You know, sometimes when you're doing this kind of work and it just gets to this point, well, I find anyway, I just have to go, right, I'm going to walk away right now and I'm going to come back tomorrow all refreshed. And I'm going to have a cold chisel. I'll go down to the shop, buy a cold chisel because I no longer have any story of my life at the moment. And I'll try and get it off that way. The other option is with a Dremel. So while I'm there, I'll get some cutting wheels for my Dremel. And we'll go from there. But at the moment, we've got only the tailpipe on for the exhaust. We've got the original engine pipe. We can run the engine, and it's very noisy. We can't drive to town with it, so we have to take the Volkswagen. Nice turbo whistle anyway. So, at this point in time, let's call it a day. I'll have a shower. If I feel up to it after the shower, I'll maybe go and buy a cold chisel, but probably not. I'll probably just go and edit this video, and after I've had a shower, and we'll think about what we can do tomorrow. Alright, that's it from me then. Let's see you all next time. And don't forget to both check out our tours at Olsen's Tours and Training, but also remember that we do run bush mechanics courses, and if you'd like to learn to be able to do some things to your car, perhaps not as adventurous as what I'm doing right now, but come and do a bush mechanics course with us. We also have women's only 2-day weekends where you can learn not only about four-wheel driving, but also learn some mechanical skills and learn about, safe camping and, what I call minimal camping. So if you'd like to do that, go and check out Olsen's Tours and Training. Catch you next time.